Yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody out there that is watching, wherever you might be. Ngal konton sunkar dimala mbe duala for Allah Ta'ala senna batol muta. Gasama kundam kol ni jabe kundam kol ni manjam kundam kol bitun. Mbe sunkaro til tam fulanya wala kono kala ya tare ata nyame. Yo bitun alsala kilodu mono miwoni jitinya wala jisunya wa mala do ko alsala kilodu. Manglena Jegal, Demasoj, anytime it's cold. I went to Gambia, it was very okay, it was very nice, the weather, and for some reasons, anytime it's cold and I'm in Canada, this thing comes back. It's a very good friend. It waits for me whenever I'm outside, and when I come back, it comes back. So, Demasoj a little. I didn't actually want to come after I made an announcement, but I felt it's important that I've come because there were people that were saying stuff on my page, and some sent me some direct messages. And, I'm also briefed on Alpha Kendeba and Monyima Ba, Wali Ba, Alalamo Kendo, Bitamale Fanamu, Almamba Mimbe Jida, Kombo Nara, Alaya Minjio Doya, Ustaz Baji. Itoleta mujidati, mini jidata lo korolo, londiti ba, monyima ba, adu abota mo fanambala mialonko, alala mo kende ba. He passed away this morning in Jidata Lokoto, a village before Jiboro, and he was buried at 5 p.m. Gambian time today. Alama nemani cover kelai niyo kuyata back nabe nyokan Wednesday, that is a day before I returned back to Canada. I was there. We had some fantastic discussions anytime tada Gambian kafutama Alpha Kendeba adung mo nyima ba fana ay molbe kidendi bitumbe samo konton na when niyo kuyandi back wala kuyati nafang I'd wanted to suspend this, but bitum this is an important national matter. It's an important national issue, and I feel it's always important that we have discussions on national discussion. Natarojang, our coming here, Dalilo Minti Wolem, Vanalgan Kamol Fai, discussion will come in the caring. Alia Kalam Tale, National Assembly, the Honorable Minister of Justice, Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dauda Jallo, Honorable, he presented a bill, elections bill. This elections bill was presented day before yesterday in Parliament, and 1 minute, I think I have the bill itself because it's important that I make sure I get this bill. Elections Bill 2021. First and foremost, the background to this, this Election Bill 2021, the message in it, the way it was drafted, when you read it properly, you realize that it is done, or it was done in good faith and in anticipation of ushering of a new constitution. So, Nyimbilo mi molbe diamo kangala teng, this bill that is creating so much controversy was drafted and it was supposed to be presented in 2021. And this was, with the hopes that the 2020 draft constitution was going to be passed, because a lot of changes that were made, the new constitution for 2020 draft, the 2020 draft constitution has sections in it that align with almost everything in this particular elections bill, that is elections bill 2021. Now, Mazatala Nadake, for whatever reasons, 2020 draft constitution was not passed. It was rejected. And because it was rejected, there is a problem. Because sections of this particular elections bill actually only aligned with or to the new draft constitution 2020. But it has a lot of conflict with the 1997 constitution that we have currently. And because of that, a lot of people, of course, and we have this problem in the Gambia. It's not just limited to one political party. We have this problem in the entire National Assembly. You know, we don't have enough of information from our National Assembly members, whether they are NPP, they are UDP, APRC, NRP, GDC. I mean, National Assembly members don't take their time to go to constituencies and organize town hall meetings. Ye begol ke ni mole meeting okay, kamol karandi wala kafo mole mune be keri. So ni okay problem wala kana. People only get half of the information or even less than half of the information, and they go with, you know, half-baked knowledge. And then conversations come, politically charged situations appear, molie complain, dia molie ke problem jamaleso. This is a very big problem. So, once again, let me focus, and I'll come to this because I want this to be very short. I don't want to have a prolonged discussion. Love telling you, okay, maximum 25 minutes. I don't want to go beyond that, if that is okay. And I'm timing myself because love to explain now. And more I understand, particularly those that are independent-minded. I am NPP. Let me make that clear. And 100% I align with the ideologies of my party. We might have disagreements here and there, but NPP is my party, and that is clear to everybody. And of course, when politics is on, when there is politics, every political party, every entity wants to get the sympathy of the populace, of the electorate, in whatever form or way possible. So, ngami follow me diko. Ye below me reject. Parliament here me reject. They voted it out. It's called Elections Bill 2021. At home world. 2021 election bill. But kabiri ba dadala, kabiri ba safela. Ya safe nyinne kamako jiko bijeko. Ya safela ineweko. Gambia la constitution kuto minga safe. Ikafume 2020 constitution. Draft constitution. Yemin safe. Ya safela ineweko. Ani wo constitution ila kuol bitale. So constitution kuto nying. Imlata nyina la fanana ko wo constitution kudo wo be parcel. That was the anticipation nga wole jiko sotono. But constitution kudo nyi ya di jekle. Ku jama section jama be nyi election bill 2021 kono. Ani wo constitution kudo ani wala kuol tata. But 1997 constitution o mimbe buluteng ani wo manta. Now let me get into the nitty-gritties, and I will explain and I will support my points and my views with the clauses and perhaps the sections of the constitution. Follow. Ndebara diaspora. Left a diaspora mkolie cartel fight. But in the constitution we have, 1997 constitution, near Jibe, ala section 39, which is an entrenched clause. Loyal yalo nemimu entrenched clause. Entrenched clause is now understanding from lawyers is core. Nilmu fanna leti Gambia constitution okono. Mi alonko nilafta falina. Ibita karte fayon. National Assembly dafnata falinola. Because National Assembly can amend the constitution. They can amend sections. They can present bills and vote on them. And those bills can be voted in. They can pass. And then that section of the constitution can change. There are sections mini alonko, they are entrenched. Walam nidiko. Ni lafta wol falina. Fueta karte file. National Assembly, deputy buko falino. ikatale carte fay comme president carte fay ka kenyame ye campaign ye diamu mole carte fayala nim ganye oketa there is a certain percentage ngamera 2/3 of the voters ni walia vote Gambia ye osodo yes then a later alio section of the National Assembly. Section 39 of the 1997 Constitution entrenched clause law at the falling no fonidara country file. Ako, let me read it. It says, the right to vote and registered. The right to vote and registered. It says, 1. Every citizen of the Gambia being of 18 years or older and of sound mind shall have the right to vote for the purpose of elections of a president and members of the National Assembly, and shall be entitled to be registered as a voter in a National Assembly constituency for that purpose. That is 1. Section 39, 1. It says, I will read again. Every citizen of the Gambia being of 18 years or older and of sound mind, and I'm going to underline this word, shall have the right to vote for the purpose of elections of a president and members of the National Assembly. And I'm also going to underline, and shall be entitled to be registered as a voter in a National Assembly constituency for that purpose. If you are going to vote, you have a right to vote. That is one thing. Every Gambian that is 18 years or older and is not crazy and is not mentally challenged has the right to vote. It's a mandatory section. You have the right to vote, and it must be given. That right must be guaranteed. But what this section add on top of the right to vote is that you must be registered in a constituency. You must be registered in a constituency. Now we have a problem. I'm a Gambian. I live in Canada. Canada is not a constituency in the Gambia. It's not a National Assembly constituency. There's no constituency called Canada. There's no constituency called America. There's no constituency called Dakar. There's no constituency called Equatorial Guinea. There's no constituency called Angola. The Constitution section 39 said, in addition to the fact that you shall be entitled to vote, you shall also be registered in a National Assembly constituency. So, Nemo Gambia no the community. I go to Gambia and vote. I go and register. That is what the Constitution says. It doesn't care where you live in this world. When it's time for you to vote, you must be registered in a particular constituency. And there is no constituency outside of the Gambia. Now that creates a very serious problem. Is this clause or section discriminatory? Very discriminatory. But this is not an NPP clause in the Constitution. This is a 1997 Constitution. It is way older than NPP. And I'm talking now because there are a lot of people out there that are informing Gambians outside. I am speaking to Gambians with sound mind. Those that believe and are independent in thinking. And they are very objective when they are dealing with matters. Now I'm reading. Go to section 39 of the Gambian Constitution, the 1997 Constitution. Once again it says, every citizen of the Gambia being of 18 years or older and of sound mind shall, those that understand shall in legal terms. Shall is a very strong word and it's mandatory. It is forcing you. It's like by force. Coming farlo. If you are a Muslim, farada, things that are compulsory. Shall have the right, shall have the right to vote for the purpose of elections of a president and members of the National Assembly, and shall be entitled to be registered as a voter in a National Assembly constituency for that purpose. So you shall be registered in a constituency. If you want to vote, no problem. But you must register in a constituency. Now, if you want diasporans to vote, and you want diasporans to participate in an election, the only provision we have right now is it has to be the only way, as per the constitution. It has to be either in Wulli East, Nyamina West, Birkama South, Banjul North, Serakunda West, Latrikunda Sabiji, Bakau constituency. That is what the constitution says. That is what the constitution says. Now that is not possible. Now UDP and perhaps allies or UDP voted because they want the new draft to come in. The new draft says something, and I will read that. But whatever that new draft says, section 14 of the draft, is not in line with what this constitution says. What this the clause section 39 of the constitution says. And according to the constitution, any bill, any law that you bring to National Assembly that is not in line with the constitution should be null and void. The constitution is supreme. It is the most important book. Whatever laws you brought, no matter how nice those laws are, if they are not in line with any section of the constitution, those laws are null and void. I'm sure we are all in line with that. So ye lua o lua sambana. Nkami follow ngidiko. Ngin diaspora voting. Ndela laftala mo bed. Ndeka ticket ole jo ngata nga register Gambia. Nga murunda. Ngata akoteke nga vote. At least one election cycle, ndenga kodo minjo is almost $10,000. 2,500 ngata nga registration oke. Nata. President carte for seat, ndata Gambia nga carte fine. National Assembly carte for seat, ndata Gambia nga carte fine. Local government carte for seat, ndata Gambia nga carte fine. All of these things I've spent fares, plane ticket from Canada. This is a lot of money. I want to be sitting in Canada here and have my voter's card purunga carte of fight. But in coming follow me diko, Gambia la constitution or section 39 ko, mo morondi yalom ko isita sanji tanin sema, wale siata odi, yenyanto sodole, puruka president ka carte of fight president carte of fight oto, anin ka carte of fight fanang National Assembly election. This is 39-1. But ako, imari of fana ita minyanda carte of filer. Inyanta yela carte fairan kaito inyanta tala dipite tundolu kilinda to Gambia banko ka. Forse lo what? Sainte bankola luwa wolo for forse inyanta carte o faila inyanta registration card o sotola dipite tundo kilinda kan. Ni mantra Gambia banko kan. You are not resident in the Gambia. Imantra sabatrin Gambia. Ibe tundu o tunduto. Womanke Gambia la dipite tundoti. Ibe tundu o tunduka namanke Gambia. Section 39 ko. Nibe carte o faila. Foyela carte failan kaito. Foya nyining. Dipite tundu kilinto. Wala ya tinna. Nimmolu be jara walebe kiyang. Fabu sane nyon. Ni lafta carte o faila. Ibe sirim birikama. Wala badibu mkoli ibe banjulu. Ni lafta carte o faila badibu. Ibukata aye tara sirim banjulu. Moli na IEC na. Ay carte keso di la banjulu. Na carte keso di la banjulu. Ye wuli banjulu. Ye ta badibu. Wale si banjulu. Ye boxo sambale je. Ye carte o faila banjulu. Wala birikama. Ayata retol register da dame o mukianet o bukake. Maybe you don't understand that. Maybe I'm being very silly in the way I'm explaining that. Within the Gambia, because of section 39, if I want to vote in Birikama South, I will not go to Banjul and register there. Because I'm doing a business in Banjul, I don't register in Banjul. If I go to Banjul, and my address, I have to be registered in Birikama South, and that is where I want to vote. I have to travel to Birikama South and register with IEC in Birikama South. I cannot sit down in Banjul, register there, and it's Birkama South constituency that is on my card. And election day, IEC will bring a polling station to me in Banjul, and I still vote in Birkama South. That cannot happen. That is why the people of Kian that are in West Coast region, that are in Birkama, when it is time for them to register, because of this law, Section 39, they have to pay fares, or UDP has to pay fares for people from Kiang, or NPP has to pay fares for people from Kiang. Ali, go. I'm busy. Ali, go inside. Ali, okay, I'm busy. Please go to your brother. Your political party or yourself, you have to leave everything. You go to Kianji Farong, you go to Kiam Bateling, you go to Kiam Kolior and register there and come back home. On election day, a day before election, either your party that you belong to will either provide transportation for you, or you provide transportation for yourself, go to Kiang, go to Jimara, go to Jara, go to Badibu, and you vote and come back home. That is how it is done. Section 39 of the Constitution. So the same thing, as it stands right now, just like Gambia Nolmimbe, Gambia Banko Kang, Nita lafta karte file Banjule, itita no yeta register Birkama, waleta karte file no Birkama, ayata register a Banjule. The same thing applies to diaspora. Nil after karte file sign 10 as it stands in the Constitution. Na banko la lua section 39 ko. Nil after karte file. Foyela karte file kaito registered voter card. Foya nyining. Dipite la tundu kilinto. One of the constituencies of the National Assembly. That is a must. And this section of National Assembly ta falinola because ika file entrenched clause. Nyinte falinola fonim Gambia Banko be karte fayok. Entrenched clauses buka falling fonim referendum oketa. Banko be lebe karte fayla yaya jamme nyulua kumaya ndi wala. This law, Section 39, is very important. Now let's go to the section where we have this issue. And that is the one that they just rejected. This is section 18, section 14 of the. Why would he give you the iPad? Go use that phone. Okay, I'll be done soon, and I'll get to you. Omar owns that iPad, so. So when you go to section 14 of the elections bill, and this is not, this should not be partisan. And the problem is, there is so much misinformation in that country. And again, I know that I am NPP. And I know that I'm not happy sometimes with the way the ministers deal with matters, because at least let them consult. Because kuomimbe fitino sambala na aninyo sabo. Adun karte fire is very dangerous. A minister or a member of cabinet, whatever move you have made, that is political. It either gives you votes, addition, or it gets votes away from you. If you are a minister and you know you don't have time to go out and talk, before some of these very important matters, janni ke taye discourse, janni ke taye samba, parti dungol bendini e kacha, alni National Assembly member le kacha, alni parti ola diamla le kacha, alni moli e kacha nga kuol faham. Very important. Because right now, mo jamale ba kamfar in diaspora. Because UDP mkole kuma jamal le foye mini alonko e manke tonyati. Jamal le mu manke tonyati. Let me go to section 14. Yenyim below me reject. Ala section 14, elections bill 2021. Ako. The commission shall register a Gambian living outside the Gambia as a voter if he or she satisfies the requirements for the registration prescribed under this act. Section 14 of Elections Bill 2021 Co. Alawana Co. The commission, that is National Assembly, it's Independent Electoral Commission, is the one they are referring to as the commission. It says, the commission shall register a Gambian living outside the Gambia as a voter if he or she satisfies the requirements for registration prescribed under this act. But now, Nyimkoleko, commissioner sida Gambia no register banta. Nye election below wolf, ala section 14. But nyimu below Gambia la constitution o ko. Ye lua o lua sambana nani constitution o la section kilimanta, wo lua is null and void. Fonali o constitution o la section o fali. Akamunda la ko Kurano benyame. Ite feufen sambana dino kono nani Kurano kunna falinda. Kurano la aya killing. Wo mu bidalti, wo haram tale dino. Mobuka fensa mana ma hadiso fa de mol senyo sabano hadiso. Bara ala la Kurana kulo. Ye fensa mana woto. Eko alam fulalti. Walla malaikol mansot. Walla anabiyomol mansot. Walla ye o samana. Kurana kulubala ko alamu kilinet. Kul huwallahu ahad. Kurana kulubala ko ale anabiyomol samanan. Ni de fensa mana mine o manda ite kafiriyat. Bankola constitution bolnya. Ye fensa mana nani constitution la section walla close kilimanta. Wo luwa nyimman betea luwa kenne de wo albo faila le wo manke luwat fonali e bankola constitution la o fanna fali wala nankale ko say in section 14 of the elections bill 2021 co the commission shall register by force. You shall register a Gambian living outside. And again ma explain al codec because I call the commission shall register a Gambian living outside the Gambia as a voter if he or she satisfies the requirements for the registration prescribed under this act. So say, ako, Gambia di o Gambia ding, a Gambian, Gambia ding kili o Gambia ding kili. Independent Electoral Commission bitale aya register, abe daoda Gambia la nani o bantala, diaspora manke America di, and in Canada ding Angleterre in Germany. Woda mamanke diaspora di. Dunia banku o banku ite along Gambia di ubijet. For Germany they will dati jesai. Gambia no minka wuri Germany inte buko danku. Because near German kite also you cannot vote in the Gambia. German is a country that does not accept dual citizenship. So if you have a German passport, you are a Gambian. Nekulochi, you are not a Gambian. Barrow can deport you. In fact, President Barrow, start deporting those UDP guys in Germany that are trying to disturb you because they have German citizenship. If you are jokes. But yeah, on a more serious note, if you are a Gambian and you have a German passport, you are not a Gambian. Because by German law, if you have German citizenship, you cannot have any other citizenship. So ye momo jabe German a German passport also adate Gambia. He's not part of our country. So that one, let that be very clear.
Daddy, let me show you the iPad.
Okay. Can you go and play with Umar? I have 5 minutes and I'll give you my phone, okay? Ali, I have 5 minutes and I'll give you my phone. It's okay. Come on, calm down. Okay, go, I'll come. Yeah, understand. So let's go back to this section. Section 14 in Elections Bill 2021 MIM4 and Section 39 of the Constitution Imanta. Section 39 ko nibe kante filer for a register in a constituency, the 53 constituencies. Now that again, another section of Gambian Constitution Ofanam Constitution only, Section 88 of the Gambian Constitution, 1997 Fanamko, Gambia has 53 constituencies. If you want diaspora to vote again, we have two things here that we want to be done. You know, there are logistic problems, but I will just limit to legal problems because near logistics for molbe complain and then kachala nga for mole ni kajada. The feasibility is almost next to impossible. But alna for let's say ko section 14 of the elections bill. Alna for ko enyim pass side. Yeah, pass, no problem. IEC has to go to the United States, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, Gambia didn't be down. Honey, Gambia didn't kill it. They have to go to every country. I know there are subsequent parts, subsections of this section 14. No, London, because Dolba Falanya Manje read. But in coming following Indico, you know, Gambia does not even have that money. They don't have that money. Kata to every country. Go to Australia. Ye ballot or samba. Adum, Gambia does not have ballot paper. Papers are understandable. Ali, come on, don't do that. Please. Go to Umar. I'll come later. Please. Please. Gambia has a mebul. Gambia berole mebul. So, wo bero logistically is very difficult. I know a lot of you don't like NPP. There's a lot of you, and there's a lot of propaganda. There's a lot of misinformation. We are okay with that. But there are people that are listening. NPP people are listening. And there are sensible members of other political parties that are listening. They don't care whether this is in favor of President Barrow or not. But this is what is feasible. In the Constitution, there are things that may even be there, but they are not practically possible. And they cannot happen. Like everybody has right to, you know, health care. Every Gambian right to health, right to education, right to Aninduma, right to Jumal. How many rights? How many Gambians are at home that are not going to school? Right? Education is a right. You must educate Gambians. A government must educate Gambians. Must. How many Gambians are sitting at home? Minumankara. What is the literacy rate of the Gambia? And the Constitution said you must have right to health. How many Gambians are dying that do not have access to health care? This is what the law says. But is it practical as at this point? No. So, ndebe mi foka wala mnyidiko. Ndenga alninte bebe kukiling. I have fought, and I have fought. But for this one, ndenga amira nyilie minke is the best. Honorable Mbo. I love you. Honorable Mbo. Amu National Assembly member NRP, Salum. Imu moleti mi alon konge respect back adum kela moy back. And you make so much sense in the National Assembly. And alhamdulillah, it happened because you are one person mi alon ka kande karandi back. Personally, nigga anything sort of ma understand about National Assembly, I will call Honorable Mbo. I call Bonye Nyoto. I diamunya kachanya. Left a minna. NPP National Assembly members. Nalong kalba kata come back. But this is a time election o kanale. Alim benga ke kantar lalti. Benga tanga diamu mole. Because minka fo. Anim mimbe keri man killing. Ha, Barola Manzakunda. They don't want diaspora to vote. That is not true. How would you vote? Which constituency will they register you in? Which constituency? Because you must be registered in one of the constituencies. And Constitutional Code, it's Section 88. Members of the National Assembly. Section 88 of 1997 Constitution read. It says, the National Assembly shall comprise a 53 members elected from the constituencies demarcated by the Boundaries Commission. 53 elected members equals 53 constituencies demarcated by the National Independent Electoral Commission. So we have 53. Even if we want to have another constituency in the United States and Canada or in the Americas, this section has to be looked into. That is Section 88 of the 1997 Constitution. Because if you demarcate and you have another constituency, I know this one is not entrenched. You can change it. You can amend this one and make it as many constituencies as possible because they've done that several times. But this also has to be changed. Before you can pass that bill, the constitution supersedes a bill or an act. Let's change section 88 and then bring this bill. But as long as section 88 is there and section 88 is saying we have 53 constituencies, you cannot make it 64, you cannot make it 55 because there is already a section in the constitution that explicitly and clearly stated that we have 53 constituencies. Constitutional kumada feumbet. Gino Gambia la Kurano. Ako, dipite tundu talul ni sabalabiji. Dipite talul ni saba wole ka tombo. Presida we lulu tombo. Ngindoe ka karte o fay wolien. Nita lafta dipite tundo do la fala je. Fwenyi lua fali. Section 88. Niye lua o lua sambanang. Nani section 88 manta. Ita tates ye 53 kije. Ye near one add je. This section has to change. Nima nyim fali. Then iben na Kurano, Gambia la Kurano. Inabe kanna walila. Nina kanna walita. Then you are in trouble. Because that law is null and void. I think this needs to be understood. And people have to also try and explain. Especially those in the support to reject this bill. National Assembly members. Alngatanga diamu. Alngatanga kacha. Can you explain more among kole? What I'm trying to say in Kamim follow me is very simple. Problem damtan nebe caring. Mini alongomba let me summarize and conclude. In English and in Mandinka and I'm done. I support the rejection of this election bill 2021 for 4 reasons. Number 1, when this bill was being drafted, this was in 2021, 4 years ago. There was a belief that, okay, I'm coming. This bill was supposed to be tabled in Parliament in 2021. You understand? This was because there was a belief that 2020 draft constitution was going to be passed. And when it is passed, its sections and clauses align with this bill. But then 2020 draft was rejected. And now we have a conflict between the section of this 2021 election bill and 1997 constitution, some sections. Now that is one. They are not in line. And you cannot go against the sections of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia with any bill. If you do that, you are contravening and those laws and acts are null and void. That's number 1. And number 2, let us go to this bill itself. The section of the Constitution, the section 39 says, if you want to vote, you have a right to vote if you are over 18 years old and if you are of sound mind. But you must register in one of the 53 constituencies. And this section is entrenched. You cannot remove it until you, as a person, go to polls to change that section 39. Now, section 39 cannot be changed. But section 39 says for any Gambian to vote, you must be registered in one of the 53 constituencies. If IEC goes to US is not a constituency. It's not. Now, UDP members that are insulting and saying vilifications and all of these things against us, they know about these things. There are lawyers among them. Why are they not explaining what section 39 says? Or perhaps you guys that are UDP, now go back to your parliamentarians, tell them, Jita brought something very important. And let us be objective. Now, how do we reconcile section 39 and this section 14 of the elections bill of 2021? It's not possible. Number 3 reason, Gambia does not have paper ballot. Gambia has a marble. Berole be Gambia bulu. Niko be Gambia no section 39 ko. Section 14 of the Elections Bill Co. Inyandatale mo be everybody outside of the Gambia that is qualified. Ibita beale ya mume makwe ibe register carte fine. But the problem of midolo nyindiko Gambia banku jumale be dunia Gambia no te dame. Banku jumale be dunia Gambia no te dame. Yeta Senegal ye carte fine. Nintebe Fish Island ndama. I can go to court. I can sue. There will be so many litigations. Mune atina ale carte fayo. For example, UDP code they have majority in the diaspora. Neo fondeka jelel. I laugh because that is not true. You don't have majority in the diaspora. That is not true. You know, there are a lot of people that are in the diaspora, just like in the Gambia, who are not interested in being insulted. Imang haji bukanendo come in Gambia katra nyame. Mo jamal man ke ko jite. Yeta e diamu mole e bane you don't care. Aye balo konko. One day. There are a lot of people who want to be quiet. There are so many supporters. Nita na Spain. Barola supporter mimbe Spain. Ali, can I tell you something? Wait for me, I'm coming. Yes, please. Ali, it's now not Umar, it's Ali now. Okay? You go to Angola and you go to Angola. Yafo Moleko UDP has more supporters in Angola. Go to Senegal. Go to Spain. You know, because you have more people that are talking and shouting and insulting people and being aggressive online, you think you have more supporters in diaspora? Hey, no. Teta New York jibentola mol mimbe jurumili US found. You know, because you speak and you talk and you know, there are a lot of people, let me tell you. Omar, few minutes. There are a lot of people, let me tell you. They are in the diaspora. We have discussions, we talk to them. You will never see them write on Facebook. Ite sirekite because ite la molu. You have so many people in the diaspora. Mini alongo barola campaign. The amount of money they give us in secret. Atol lekata alia presenting yim kodi jama baleta online because you think, you know, nyimu makatibality, nyimu fight, you know, kind intimidation. Atol lekaok. But you know, UK we have so many. Altada Spain, you have your programs and you think because you can come out from all over. We have people that do not want to come out and show themselves because imala fi moli e bane. But they talk to us. They talk to us under the carpet. We are with you 100%. But in terms of the role, because Nilka Monde, you think we don't have them? We have them. They will not come out. When there's contribution, they contribute and keep quiet. But I'll do a survey. Go to Spain and see how many Gambians are there that are supporting Barrow. Go to Senegal. Because Ningo Senegal, go to Dakar and go to Casamas. Alkafo Senegalelem, full Senegalelem. Gambian go there and see how many Barrow. Go to Guinea-Bissau. Come to Canada here. Don't let come to Canada here. Umar, this way. Ali, with your team, go inside. I'm coming. I'm done soon. Omar, you watch I'll iPad or GB. You understand? So you don't have majority more than us. But again, NPP, finally, this is what I want to conclude with. Election year is coming. And we need to step up. Misinformation. Akamanza batandide. Mo nene ya fonye mbala banda minna. Mo konye ko. Ya jamme kujama ya bali electionola. Especially, you know, in 2016. It's misinformation. Ali I remember the molka fundi kafo, molka tara bandai, katara rajolto, katara Facebook kafo ko, ya jamme nyola molu, jongla sol kadale, eka dine ol bondi, nindine ol tara karamodo, Serakunda Hospital, eka dena anol sunaje, eka teke sacrifice. Jimano ko ibijele ya fo ya jamme ko let them forget about it. Ako he will not waste his time responding to it. Ila dia mulalo dia misinformation information is the most powerful tool, perceived or real. Nimoli da misinformed jam. Ebe masibo beleka. NPP we have to step up now. Election year is coming. Fania sifa bebe folan. Ni on the nyim below. But you see what happened? A lot of stuff. So mbal ten glambal jaila. We will come later, and you know, let us step up. Let's step up. You know, ya jamme wala batandi. I mol ba fole ko aka dena non le sunya kanifing. Ikate sacrifice. No do fan sotoda. Mol radio to Facebook mol ba fola mol ni boron leta da kata molto. Kate dingol pikna. Because iko jongula solle besade ko ya jamme mol le ki. Ikata dini ol mude kate sacrifice. That was not true. A lot. So NPP, this is our government. Minister lu ngal dani nalbe bilol pasla. Alin nga diamu alin be kacha. Alin nga kachanu. But we manke discussion for here because you know this is now is time we are together, we move on. UDP ngol kanamma. Ikanam mad ha. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi.